about it when you're in chat. Because I really want to. I love it when people make strategy requests. I love doing funny meme builds and all sorts of things. But want to do it when the person who bribed me, asked for it. All right, guys, it is time for a mark to make sure this is nice and easy for Helix to put up. Start Nitix Avilo. Mech God versus Bulge. Such a bad name, Bulge. Oh, right, guys, it is time. We are here in EPT. It's the American Weekly number 20. I think it's number 20. Let me know in chat. I think it's number 20. Over here on the left-hand side, hailing from Bulgaria, the manliest Zerg, it is Nitix. If you guys want Zerg memes and balance complaining on Twitter, make sure you follow NitixSC2, I believe is his Twitter handle. It's quite a funny guy. Over here on the right-hand side, another funny guy streaming on YouTube right now on Avilo So Amaze. It is Aviana's Avilo. You can see he's a Mech God, and he likes to turtle with his cap on sideways like a gangster. So he's looking to see if where the third goes down with his SCV patrol path. Okay, cool. He's gonna go just a gas first. CC. Okay, I'm really not a fan of this opening because your factory ends up getting delayed by about 10 seconds from that early SCV scout. So you do a later SCV scout as the barracks finishes, you can get that factory down to the minute 53. This went down at 2 minutes and 4 seconds, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Now, the problem with that is it just delays your tech a little bit. So, personally, I would rather go barracks gas, have the Marine to shoot down the Overlord, have your factory 6 or 7 seconds later than this. But Avilo, he likes his gas. I'm sure he'll find a use for it, especially if he goes battlecruiser or something like that. Just a personal preference thing. Now, hailing from Bulgaria, Nitix is a very good Zerg player. Has eliminated me a couple weeks in a row, in fact. And he's actually going to go 2-base Spire. So, a lot of people really enjoying 2-base Spire versus BC openings and Mech openings in general, because it's kind of hard for the Mech to get up a flexible response to that. Yeah, Thors can beat Mutas. Yeah, Widowmines and Cyclones can defend them. The problem that happens, the big problem that happens, is that you can't really get a third very easily, and it just kind of grabs control, and I feel like the Terran often loses just momentum. Does see the fast lair. Good Reaper Scout here from Avilo. Does turn around for a second, but is going to go down. Won't see anything else. So now he's got to worry about Nidus Worm and 2-base Muta, 2-base Nidus Worm. Now it's hard as well here in the opening to verify what you're up against. So as Avilo, you might want to start building tanks. You might start being real paranoid, right? Oh, is there a Nidus Worm? Do I need to build a tank? And obviously that's bad if it's muted. So if you can get a follow-up scout, that's going to be real good. We're going to build an armory incredibly early. So one thing you can do is try to do a Hellbat timing. And it looks like he's going to do that. Avilo, rather than looking for the turtle response, says, hey, you're doing a greedy 2-base muta. I'm going to try and hit you with Hellbats before the mutas are out. This is, Avilo's been playing quite well recently, guys. Hovering about 54, 5,500 MMR. And this is some solid kind of thinking there. Will he get up the anti-air behind it? I don't know. Is his third CC massively delayed? Yeah, he's going 4 gas before third CC. I take back everything I said about this reaction being good. What the fuck are you going to do with 4 gas that early? You've already got 350 in the bank. I mean, I get you're going to build a Thor for safety, but your third CC is going to be so delayed. I'm really worried about this for Avilo. That being said, Roachhorn only just finished. Nitix doesn't know about this Hellbat attack. You got to get a move on, though, Avilo. I feel like he could have already hit. He's morphing his Hellbat so far back. I really think Avilo is just taking too long. The Spy is finishing as he hits. Now, all Nitix has to do is buy a little bit of time. This is a bit... he's still got a window. Nitix is not pulling the drones. The drones pulling a little bit late. They're clumping up behind the minerals. The queens here, they really want to take out that medevac, and they will get it. So even if the queens go down, and in fact, they still have not gone down, the roaches and mutas are on the way. You're going to lose mining time. But remember, this was a big investment from Avilo. He does not have a third CC on the way. Yeah, he's going to get a few queens. Yes, he'll get rid of a lot of mining time. But remember, he's only got one Thor to defend at home. He wants more damage. A few more drones. Nitix! Oh my god, Nitix just fucked up so bad. He didn't pull his drones. Avilo, though, not quite focus firing as well as he could. Still does get 11 drones. That's a lot. Gets another queen. All right, suddenly the damage kicks in. Third CC starts behind it. Turrets are perfectly timed. Avilo getting ahead here versus Nitix. I mean, obviously, this is so funny because Nitix was like, yeah, I don't need any defensive units. We're just going to go 2-base muta. Be as greedy as I fucking want. Doesn't matter. And, you know, you never expect Avilo to scout the 2-base lair and then be aggressive into it. You're like, wait, what? You're meant to be paranoid and just sit on 2-base for the next 10 minutes. You're not meant to pressure. Nitix takes a whole lot of damage. Now, he's got 8 mutas out to, like I said, gain some control. He's going to drone up behind this. There's still plenty of ways of getting back in this. Those mutas with a big overcommit there, though. And the medevac plus the Thor. Turret. I mean, this is one of those rough situations. The weakness of a 2-base mutalist player is someone with Tourette syndrome. Hi-oh! But no, seriously, the turrets are well placed. The Thor is on duty, just adding a bit of mobile splash. Drilling claws is on the way. Second and third factory coming down. The armory is going to be going for vehicle weapons. Great versus mutas. Good for the tanks versus roaches as well. And of course, that is the next step here. Nitix, meanwhile, droning uninterrupted. Those mutas have that control I was talking about. Imagine if he was even 10 drones higher. He'd already be up at 66 drones, you know, 4th base on the way. Instead, Nitix has been slowed down. He's just going roach speed +1. Slowly rebuilding his queens only now. These mutas looking for more damage. They're going to find a few SCVs, but the mutas are taking some damage. Now, that medevac has used its boost, so they've got a little bit of an opening here to find a bit more damage. Not really going to find too much. Yeah, here comes the boosty Thor. Says, leave! That's the sound of Thor says as the medevac pilot boosts and the Thor's tucked up underneath it and he's going, leave! Normally we do actually remove me camera when I'm doing a proper cast. Is this a proper cast though? Is it though? We'll put that ESL logo up like we're meant to. We kind of went straight into casting from playing today, so I didn't really put on me graphics or nothing. What have we got, guys? It's an infestation pit. We've got 58 drones. We got roaches. We got a lot of gas. I mean, the mineral income still a little bit bollicky for Nitix. You know, I feel like Nitix's economy is a bit average. Avilo's still only on 49 SCVs, so it's okay. I mean, one of the most impressive things with Avilo is just how slow his ground army can build at some points. There's points where you go, man, his army might be really big, and you scout, and you're like, he has 2 Widow Mines, 2 Thors, and a medevac. And you're like, what? Where is this? Why is it? What? His main's really undersaturated, and his natural's really oversaturated. He's also, I think he's been dropping his mills on the wrong patches. Yeah, he's been dropping them on some of these patches repeatedly, so he's losing mineral mining, which is a bit unfortunate. Obviously, easy to do that, especially when there's mutas flying around. You're just kind of throwing mills anywhere. But has already lost 1 mineral patch super early on his natural. You're not meant to lose that for a long time. That tells me Avilo has been repeatedly dropping mules on the same mineral patch. And this main base, there we go, does fix up the saturation a little, but a little late on that. Muta's going to find this. Oh, what's that? A double Thor drop? What the fuck? Who double Thor drops into mutas? Is he actually going to get rewarded with a hatch snipe? I guess you can fight them, but they kind of look like they were in high impact payload as well. He actually snipes the main base. I can't believe that worked. And Nitix is not expanding very quickly right now. I really feel it's like you're up against Mech. Where's the 5th base and where's the extra round of drones? I mean, Avilo's only on 48 SCVs, so it's fine. It's an adequate economic advantage, but this Thor drop's being quite annoying, and it is going to force those mutas to come home. Remember, there's very few queens, very little anti-air. The roaches are going to be able to deal with this, and he's actually going to go the Nidus Worm Swarm Host response. Remember, that Swarm Hosts are insane on this map with the Nidus Worm. Does he have a Nidus yet? He doesn't. It's just the Swarm Host for now, and oh man, if these Hellions, undefended bases, the Thor's pulling him out of position. He's still not bringing the mutas back to deal with the Thors. Nitix! I think Nitix is doing the thing that a lot of people do, where they get more afraid of losing to Avilo, and they don't really focus on the correct things. Avilo really wants the infestation pit, doesn't quite get it. I reckon he goes back for that now. The Hellions have missed their opportunity. Oh, actually, there was a Roach squad. Nitix reacting really well here, man. Infestation pit actually bleeds out since it wasn't on creep. Hellions find a stack of drones. It's Bernie time. Barbecue, barbecue, barbecue. Nice charred drone meat there on the grill. But that was a lot of Hellions. Only 8 drones, not too bad. Like I said, I'm just a little worried because Nitix's economy is so small that he's run Swarm Host so far off creep. Now, don't get me wrong. All you need to do is show a single Swarm Host to Avilo, and he immediately falls out of his chair, tilts, and starts screeching about how fucking broken the unit is. He's like, it's unfair. Swarm Hosts are unfair. Free units, creep waves, it's unfair. I thought this was a strategy game. He actually Widow Mine drops the Swarm Host and takes 3 of them out. Not bad. Loses a few tanks up there to the Locusts. Nitix's economy is still so low. This is such a... It's so funny. You can see that he's a very different verse mech player to me. For me, I'm like, my comfort zone, I'm like, where's me 85 drones, me 6 bases, and me Vipers, you know? He's like, no. I'm just going to have enough Ravagers to fucking kill you. And it should work. It should work. These Hellion run bys, once again, undefended bases on the north. I don't know why he doesn't follow that top path. I think he keeps expecting it to be defended, but it never is. The Hellions are going to come in, morph Hellbats on a base. I mean, the base snipe is not as valuable as drone kills. It is something. Oh, Thors and tanks in the open. The Locusts don't land all at once, though. They spread out their damage. Only 1 tank falling, but now the Roach Ravager comes forward. Those Hellbats doing some good damage. The tanks try to siege up in the back line. The Biles try to get on him. Those tanks actually do some sick damage. Avilo holds on strong, snipes the 5th base. He actually killed 19 drones. Oh, with a Widow Mine drop. Nitix is on 46 workers right now, guys. Oh my god. It's so great, like, to watch this 6.4k MMR European Zerg from Bulgaria. And he's like, he's playing into Avilo's hands, like, so much. It's actually insane. Nitix... you know he's panicking as well. You can tell he's like, if I lose a map to Avilo, every Zerg Pro will never let me forget. They will tease me for like 5 years. He's 1,000 MMR below me. So even losing a map here is a big loss for Nitix. He's finally making it overseas. His work account sucks balls, man. All it takes is one shitty fight with his roaches. He can't remax. He's got no bank. Oh, this is hilarious, dude. I've been in this scenario. Almost every time I play Avilo, I do this, so I can really relate. I can absolutely relate to the fact that, like, I let myself get to equal workers, equal bases with Avilo when he's got a better upgraded, better mech army. It does build the hype. Some people accuse me of doing it on purpose. They're like, you were winning and then you let him back in that game just so you could drag it out and get views on your YouTube channel. And I'm like, you think I care that much about YouTube? I care much more about my pride. And losing to Avilo bruises your pride a lot. I'll tell you that, guys. Right now, what's happening is Nitix is not dragging this out for the lulz. He's literally falling apart because his hands are shaking and he's so afraid of losing a map to Avilo. And Avilo just keeps harassing like a beast. Like, Avilo's going beast mode. He's dropping Hellbats. He's dropping Widow Mines. He's actually dropping Hellbats to deal with the Swarm Host Nidus, which is a fantastic maneuver. I mean, this is actually insane. More Hellbats find a mineral line. Jesus Christ, Nitix. Get your shit together, mate. A double Thor drop comes in again. There's nothing that shoots up, man. There's nothing that shoots up here. The Hellbats aren't quite there. It will be a good Locust wave on the natural. Okay, don't drop. Yeah. Okay, just fly around with these Thors. Keep looking for damage. Now, this Locust wave could get quite a few tanks there. Let's see. It's going to go 1 tank, 2 tank. Will it get a 3rd? Just 2 tanks there. It's something, but it's not actually amazing. The Thors are still bouncing around, but oh, I don't know. Is Avilo watching? He is. He is. Good micro from Avilo. These Thors are just fucking bringing me back, man. Remember, Gumiho was the one who brought this mech style out in 2017 in a big way. If it wasn't for Rogue, you know, Gumiho would have probably won fucking BlizzCon that year, I swear. I don't know if anyone besides Rogue really was consistently taking down the mech of Gumiho that year. And there was a lot of Thor drops. I actually call this traditional mech. The double Thor drop into Tank Hellbat. I'm like, that's like, for me, that's traditional mech, you know, going back to 2017, relatively early Legacy of the Void. Oh man, this is just chaos. The Thor drop looks like it's finally going to go down. No, it is not. He's still being annoying. It's a shame those Hellbats didn't find the worker line. They just wasted time attacking the spawning pool. Looks like the Doom push is coming. 140 supply of two mechs. 7 Mutalisks are building right now, but there's actually Thors in this army. Another Hellion counterattack branching off to the north. I mean, are there too many swarm? There's 18 swarm hosts. They need to come home and defend against this. There's a lot of Hellbats, though. There's no Banelings to clear the Hellbats. If this is microed correctly, I think Avilo should be able to win with this push. That being said, Nitix, a very powerful player. Don't count him out. Locusts take out one siege tank. They damage another. Oh, the Nidus! Ooh, he barely unloads all the swarm hosts, but a few of them die as they unload. More Locusts are coming down. So he's down to 15 swarm hosts. The Roach Ravager is getting shelled. Oh my lord, he does bile one of the tanks, but I mean, Avilo, he just hit the top base with a Hellion run by and took out a lot of drones. Another Hellbat drop on the third. Oh my god, there's a Thor in the main that is dicking Nitix right now. It is dicking him. Mutas come in and get killed. Avilo is gonna take a map off Nitix. Mech players, get out your boners. Virgins who see Avilo as their absolute hero. They're like, oh, you can be GM? Wow. You guys, honestly, this has actually been sick harass, sick play by Avilo. Nitix just hasn't been able to defend his economy all game, and he never built a buffer economically. A lot of the time against Mech, you know you're going to get harassed a lot. You got to 85 workers. You lose 10 or 15, you're still at 70 workers. You're still at 75 workers. You can rebuild, but Nitix, ever since that Hellbat timing, which was fucking sick, by the way. I love reactively doing a Hellbat timing into a fast 2-base layer, knowing he's probably delayed his Baneling Nest or his Roach Warren to get that tech up. Avilo did big damage. Since then, Nitix has been playing low economy all game long. And motherfucking Avilo, double Thor dropping. Rolling in from all sides. Making it happen. Takes a map. Takes a map off Nitix. I'm telling you guys right now, Nitix's ego is just bruised. It is devastated. He made 170 workers and was down to about 30 in that game. He lost about 140 drones. Well, some to buildings. Probably about 110, 115 drones to harassment that game. Absolutely insane. We've got map 2 coming up. It's going to be on Nightshade, a little bit of a smaller map with some spread out bases. I mean, it really was just a failure of Nitix to get anti-air, right? Some Hydras and Vipers in there, or Speedbanes to actually clear the Hellbats when that push finally came. But he ended up on equal supply, worse upgraded, just pure Roach Ravager Swarm Host against a giant Mech Hellbat army, and the Hellbats just cleared the Locusts too easily. The tanks got in a great position, and Avilo, whenever he set up his push, he just kept branching. Hellbat drops, Widowmine drops, Hellbat drop, Widowmine drop, Thor drop, double Thor drop, double Thor drop. He kept going with the harassment, and he actually wore Nitix down, not with a frontal push, but he absorbed the Swarm Host waves and harassed him to death. A pretty epic win there for the man who's representing North America. Up here in the goddamn top left-hand corner of the map, taking a win for America. It is Avi NA's Avilo. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the red. His Bulge is looking a little bit smaller in after that last game. We're going to see if he can do it for Bulgaria. Down here in the bottom right-hand side, in the red, it's Nitix. I'll tell you guys, he's mad. He's mad. He's like, what the fuck? Avilo's meant to just sit in his corner of the map and not attack. He's not meant to harass all game long. What the fuck? I always say there's 2 versions of Avilo. This is the better version of Avilo right now. He goes on these crazy tilt spirals where he just blames balance, complains about map hackers, and he plays like shit. He just sits in his corner, touching himself, and then says you're lame for abusing the fact that he sits in his corner of the map and never attacks. Does some really sad harassment. But here we saw an Avilo who actually hit a sharp Hellbat timing. I mean, like I criticized it could have been faster. It could have hit with more Hellbats and earlier. But he still got in there and did big damage. He caught Nitix with his pants down. And then he just harassed for the rest of the game. He expanded up to a 4th, absorbed the Swarm Host waves, really great Hellbat drop usage, really great Widowmine drop usage, just very, good harassment. Now, this was all aided by that beginning. Remember that Nitix was so busy droning while his mutas were first harassing, he didn't rebuild his queens. So when the drop plays started happening and the Thors came over, there was like 1 or 2 queens. They sniped 1 or 2 of the queens very early, So you had just a pack of roaches and a single queen chasing this double Thor drop around. It just meant that Avilo was able to bounce between the bases freely and choose, you know, if he wasn't looking at his drop, there was nothing to punish it, right? A queen would get 2 hits off in a medevac and you'd be like, meh. But if there's 4 or 5 queens, there's some mutas at home, there's a few hydras, suddenly Avilo's got to multitask a lot harder. He's going to get stressed, but he was able to fly straight over the creep, drop into a mineral line, burrow widow mines. There was no challenge to Avilo's harassment all game. Nothing except roaches and a few queens. And I really feel like Nitix, I mean, the Swarmos are great and they're cool and all, but you got to build a bit more economy, especially when your opponent's playing such a harassment style. Build yourself a bit of a buffer so you can afford to lose some drones, and things will work out a little bit better for you. So build the buffer, and definitely if you're going to play that same style, you got to get the banelings before the maxed out mech push happens. If you engage that before they siege up, when it's moving across the map, the Banes clear all the Hellbats, and from that moment onwards, your swarm hosts can just land beautiful waves. I can also be very critical of Nitix's Locust micro. He was often not landing his Locusts all at once. Sometimes it's good to spread them out, but more often than not, if you're looking for the direct damage on their attacks, you want your Locusts to move past the enemy army, and then as they float over it, you just land them all at once, spread across their army. Suddenly all the damage output goes. Instead, they were kind of landing and dying a few at a time, and that was a bit unfortunate. Now, Avilo does come in, and he does see that the gas mining was continual. So even though there's a quick third hatch here for Nitix, it looks like Nitix is going to, you know, use something for that guy. So it's going to be an all-in. Nitix is just going to go Ravagerling. I find it hilarious that you're going to go Ravagerling versus Avilo. Now, I think it'll work. Avilo, if you're on top of your game, these 2 Hellions should be scouting. Like, you got to get over there. You got 2 more Hellions out. You need to go scout. A really good move is actually diving with these 4 Hellions immediately. Straight across the map. Dive, dive, dive. But if he can't just stay at home and... Oh, man, if there was a Ling run by, he'd be at Trubs, dude. Oh, okay. He is actually checking for the Ling run by. He's kind of hiding his Hellions from the Overlord. So Nitix is like, oh, the Hellions left. So if he had Lings waiting, they would go in now, and the Hellions would come back and trap it. Problem is you're not scouting as a Avilo, and you need to get over there right fucking now. He scouts the main. Oh, he doesn't see anything popping out. He sees a few Overlords. I mean, you've got to react safely there, and he is going to go Banshee before BC. Banshees help, but they will not defend in of themselves. And with 0 unit production, that's a problem. So if you don't build any units out of the barracks, the problem is even when you scout the roaches, even if you get a bunker up, you've got nothing to put inside. But if you scout these roaches, you already had 2 Marines, you build a 3rd, you build a 4th, you put them in a bunker up there, cancel the CC is actually what I would go for here. But I guess with a Banshee, the second one's only now starting. I think he canceled the BC to do that. That BC's got to get out there and start wailing on this. It really should be out front. Let's check Avilo's control groups. Main army 1, Hellions 3, production 2. Oh, he's got some odd... His control groups are on some custom hotkey that he's bound to 0. Yeah, he's going to try to keep the CC up. He is building more depots in the back to make sure he doesn't get supply blocked, which is a very good maneuver. There's no Ling Flood with this. It's going to be just droning, I believe. Oh, no, he's already got 34 Lings. Never mind. No bunker on the high ground. No barracks production. A few SCVs get caught. That Banshee not being microed right now. He's not repairing the wall either. I think Avilo's just going to get busted. Too slow on the repair. Oh, now he's fucked. If he could just repair that for a bit, he was okay, man. Oh, his Hellions even take a bile. Oh, no, he didn't lift his... That's a pig maneuver. I'm not even going to tease Avilo for that. I do that all the time. You're just staring at the ramp the whole time. You're like, wait. Oh, he was attacking my command center? All right, just GG, Avilo. It's over. You just lost your natural... I guess he could rebuild this one. Wait, is he going to put a command center down there? Why would you... Why do you... What? He's like, I'm going to just get it on my 3rd, rebuild my economy. SCV is kind of important right now. If you're going to try to rebuild your economy, SCVs are kind of important. Okay, so he's going to try to recover. Now, Nitix is going to send a few roaches straight through the middle. Not a fan. I would have loved them working their way around the side of the map, but the Banshees are going to find that. Starts up the BC, the latest BC of all time. So it'll pop out probably like as a Spire's about halfway done, I would imagine. I think Nitix will probably go Corruptors to deal with that. His Overlord does see the Fusion Core. Banshees pick off 2 roaches, not bad. Take out a Creep Tumor. They're going to float around. No cloak, remember. They can come around the edges, pick off some drones there, pick off some drones on these exposed patches. Hang around, try and deny the active tumors. Yep, 60 drones versus 23 SCVs. Cool, Avilo's dead, guys. Let's go to Avilo's camera. Can't be bothered observing this game. Don't care.
Center upgrade complete.
Do you guys think there'll be a StarCraft 3? I think there's like no way there won't be a StarCraft 3. I remember for like years people were like, there'll never be a StarCraft 3, man. RTS is a dead genre and stuff, and I'm like,
Mineral field depleted.
it's definitely not a priority for Blizzard. But at some point they'll realize, yeah, we do feel like making a couple $100 million straight up. Especially if they monetize it, which I think it's inevitable that at some point there'll be an RTS that gets some modern monetization, right? So Avilo's trying to be annoying. He's going to try and take out the Spire. There's already a second Spire building to replace it, though. He's swapping his factories around. Oh, no. He's going to be like, yeah, I got the Spire. Nitix is like, well, I killed the BC, so I actually don't care. The BC is like, I'm trapped in the corner. And there's already another Spire in front of the natural. So it's one of those things you're like, I got the Spire. So he's swapping purely into ground play, but yeah. Roaches are here to party. So Nitix is going to win the game. There's a good Ravager timing early. If only Avilo lifted his command center, floated away, and especially if he built a bunker on the high ground, that would have been nice. So we'll go to map 3. Nitix ties it up. Pulls it up. How does he enable the control groups in WCS? This is not WCS. This is the game heart overlay, dude. I don't think you can see them in WCS. It triggers me. Yeah, I use game heart. Control Shift G in game heart is how you do it. As soon as we join that lobby, I will grab some water. Yeah, I mean, going straight Banshees, you should be fine. I really, this is why having a few Marines, though, is so good. It's also why having a bit of urgency with your first 2 Hellions poking around can be really nice, just to spot those roaches a bit early. We're going into map 3, guys. Let me grab some water as we count down. Moral sport. All right, we're in game. People are saying Nitix beat himself last game. Avilo didn't win. He did. Avilo played really fucking well. Don't try and take it away from him, guys. He actually played very well. Did Nitix trip over his own feet a bit? Yeah, he's 1,000 MMR higher. He's going to have to trip over his own feet a little bit to lose to Avilo, right? But it's just one of those things where I think to take anything away from the fact that Avilo multi-prong harassed 3 bases at once while defending Nida Swarmhost well, you cannot take that away from him, man. See past your hatred and look at the plays themselves. Whoa! What? Oh no! My, what just happened? So I can still see my game just fine, but for some reason my, Elgato feed has just derped. I mean, I don't know what just went on there. I am gonna deactivate and reactivate it, and hopefully we can fix that up. Otherwise, I'm not sure. Deactivate. Activate it. Hopefully it just comes back on. No signal, it says. Green screen still. All right. I think I can unplug that and plug it back in. I don't know what's happened there. Unplug it, plug it back in again. And it works. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what just happened. It just went green. Only on the source to the green screen. So let's get back in game now. We fixed it. What just happened? That was weird. I just went and unplugged the capture card input on my stream PC, plugged it back in, and we're back. You guys got sound. Yeah, visuals are good. It looks fine. It looks fine. So anyways, in terms of the opening, guys, Avilo's doing a 2-1-1. Oh man, if there's literally a stupider build you could choose with your skill set, I really want to see Avilo play to his strengths. I think this is one of the worst openings for Avilo and his skill set. I don't think he knows how to do a 2-1-1. I don't think he really can do this very. I think he'll try to go into Mech behind it, and there's a couple of cool builds you can do with that. I don't know though if this is necessarily one of them. Now, Avilo did scout that Nitix is being a bit naughty, and Nitix is actually going to do a 4 Roach, a few of which are going to turn into Ravagers, Speedling, Bust by the looks of it. But he's actually going to have enough Marines and a bunker finished. So this is a really shit opening from Nitix, who is gonna, I mean, maybe he can bust the bunker if Avilo fucks up his repair micro, right? Don't be building depots. That's food. That's gonna get shot down. But as long as he repairs well, I don't think Avilo can really just cancel. Oh, put your mules back on mining. He also hasn't put any of his SCVs on auto repair yet. Guys, Alt R is the hotkey for auto repair. Turn that, get the muscle memory down. There is nothing, okay, he's turned them all on auto repair now. That bunker goes down. Just keep building SCVs and rebuild your depots. Oh, Avilo's choking. He's choking. Depots. Oh, no. Oh, and he drops a mule, which means he can't supply drop. Avilo's fudged it, guys. His build's just so thrown off. His 2-on-1's never going to hit. Don't get me wrong, Nitix's opening sucks economically. But if you defend this really well, and then you just move out with Stim and your 2 medevacs, you'd be fine. But he just starts a depot now. He's only going to have 1 medevac, which means he can't do a double drop. Otherwise, he could Stim out with 2 medevacs, kill the Ravagers, engage the Zerglings. Like, Nitix actually should not be here right now. Okay, Avilo... Oh my god, he's only repairing with 2 SCVs. What are you doing? Get in the bunker. Oh, he's flanking him. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to do it a different way, but that actually works. Gets 1 Ravager. He gets another Ravager. Well worth it. Okay, actually really well done there by Avilo. Unfortunately, he has lost 4 SCVs, and he wasn't building SCVs non-stop, so there's a 20 worker deficit. Now, that being said, there's no army for Nitix. He's got 3 queens and nothing else. It's just such a shame there's not another medevac, right? I'd love to see another drop queue up and snipe the 4th has got to be the goal. Snipe the 4th, pick off overlords, don't go deep. Now, Avilo, if he overcommits here and loses these units, he throws away the one advantage he has, which is strong, flexible, mobile units. No, don't fight. You can't lose Marines. Yeah, just back off. Unload, let him heal, come back later. He's got a 3rd CC on the way. I'd love to see... I'm actually not sure what I'd like to see next. Definitely not double gas on the natural. He's overbuilt medevacs, so he's built way too many medevacs here. He should have only been building 2. Because of that, he's very gas-starved, and his engineering bays are really slow. And yet, it seems like he's committing to a bio style, which is just not Avilo's strength. Avilo's bio play is... it's a hot mess, you know? It's not his skill set. He's hitting supply blocks. He's going for a random-ass armory that makes no sense right now. I look at this and I see there's no structure. So even though I think he could absolutely just play a normal game from here, go into Mech off the back of this, or go into whatever you're comfortable with. If you're a bio player, play a bio. Like, this is great. Snipes the 4th, gets overlords. I'm just worried because we don't have engineering bay upgrades, but he went an engineering bay. So you've got Stim Marines. You don't need it for turrets. Now he's going Mech. It's just later than it should be. Okay. Thankfully, I think it is still the better choice. I would have actually been more upset if he stuck with bio. I actually think this is still really quite playable for Avilo. You do, though, have 1-1 upgrade started ahead for Nitix. You've got a Baneling Nest on the way. He's mostly playing Ling Bane, which, once you get enough Hellions out, is not going to be great. This, though, is the winner for Nitix. Winner, Overseer dinner, comes in, sees a 2nd and 3rd factory, and goes, whoa, wait a second. This is Mech. Oh my. Oh, he lost his Marines in that drop, so he loses pressure there. But the creep spread sucks. Once again, Nitix is like playing so aggressive against Avilo, and this is the weird thing. So I played against Nitix, and I find him one of the hardest players to play against, because even when he's 1,000 MMR above you, the way he plays is he'll go for just these cheeky attacks and stuff. Like, he's not... There's two types of players that are frustrating to play against. There's Namshar, who is like obscenely defensive and economic and just blocks you at every turn. And then there's the other brand of Zerg like Nitix, where he has these like sharp, weird tech build orders, and he's not afraid to gamble like a motherfucker, even against someone way worse than him. I would say it's mostly been backfiring this series. I don't know why he's making a Nidus Worm or 55 drones. Like, I feel like it looks a little bit confused overall as a play. Now, the Lings do catch 2 Marines there. The drops, no. Avilo, don't queue that up. Come on, mate. He's floating a barracks down here now. But yeah, these Marines are clearing up creep. They're keeping up pressure real nice. The problem is, obviously, that Avilo's third is so fucking late. That drop looked really funny. There's always funny when a medevac's like not quite picking up the unit. And you're like, you're clicking it and you keep misclicking. And you're like, fucking go get it. Nidus Worm, Nidus Worm, Nidus Worm alert, Nidus Worm, Nidus Worm, Nidus Worm alert. Let's go to Avilo's camera. He looked at it, he looked at it, he looked at it. Why is he looking at his barracks? He just looked at that. Oh, siege that tank, dude. Oh, he's dead. I think there's enough units in there. Oh, roach speed's not done. Okay, pull the SCVs back. Pull the SCVs back. No, 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 no. Don't throw your SCVs away. Avilo, what are you doing? Mate. Imagine if a few banelings popped out of there. How sick would that be? Okay, only loses 8. It could have been worse. The Marines, meanwhile, get the Queen and find a mineral. Nitix, what are you doing, buddy? He's all-inning the natural at the same time. Okay, okay. He gets a crazy number of workers right now. He loses 10 drones, but the Lings do headbutt into a choke point. This game is an utter shit show right now. I mean, Nitix is finding more damage. It's just crazy how open he keeps leaving himself at home. The drop on the other side did get cleaned up. All the Marines did anyway. And Avilo here, too many, you know, Hellbats, Thors, not enough siege tanks. So he is in trouble town. Hellbats are going to come down there. With this many medevacs, your Hellbats are actually tanky as fuck. You can also pick them all up and drop them on the Roach Ravager sometimes. If your opponent goes Hydras, they're really good for that. Avilo just too slow to get his workers out of his natural while he was microing his Marines, though. And little unfortunate there. I think maybe just pressing his own multitasking a bit too hard, and obviously Nitix managing to outmatch him. Oh my god, that's a lot of biles. He just got a command center down to half life in 1 round of biles, guys. And I'll tell you what, dodging biles, not very easy. Oh no. F's in chat, please, guys, for this command center. Oh my god. A little piece of it fell there that can get buried. The rest falls into the abyss. The single roach says, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked. The Hellbat's like, leave. And yeah, Avilo's pretty dead. I mean, it's just crazy. I love how Nitix is like, fucking stab, 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 man. He runs screaming at Avilo in these matches and tries to tackle him. I guess he doesn't want to get into a really long drawn out mech game. So I kind of admire, wait, what's this? Oh, a Hellbat drop. Get him. Get him. Not bad, not bad. Nidus Worm does go up in the main at the same time. It's not being unloaded just yet. I don't think there's anything inside it. And yeah. We're going to unload? 18 SCVs versus 63. But he's doing a Hellbat drop. I think he's got a chance. I'm going to take this opportunity to put some nuts in my mouth, just to help me relate more to Avilo. These ones are salted almonds. Not sure how similar that tastes to the Bulgarian Roach Ravager. Alright, it's over. Put him out of his misery. Vote in chat. Type 1 if you think Avilo will GG this game. 2 if you think hells no. 3 if you think there will be balance complaints about the Nidus or something like that. Vote now. 1, 2, or 3. number 1 if you think Avilo will GG, number 2 for no GG, and type 3 for Balance Wine. Why are we still playing Avilo? What are we doing right now? We're gonna go to Avilo's camera again. Almonds are the best, man. There's swarm hosts. I'm voting 3. I think since there's swarm hosts now, I think there'll be Balance Wine. Because that's definitely what made him lose this game. It's the free units, right? Why would you still play from here, man? Oh, all right. Vote number 2 ends up winning. Vote number 2 ended up winning. No GG. Well, okay. Well done, guys. Well done. Because there's a 2-minute delay, I get to catch up now on what everyone votes on. The Bulgarian. Good to see Nitix bring it back, man. You don't know what a Bulgarian is? It's a man with a large bulge. There were a lot of votes for 2. Let's see, because I kind of announced the 3rd one a few seconds later. A lot of people then also changed to 3. There was quite a few 2s and 1s in there as well. Okay, interesting.